and they're only in the playoffs by a game right now. They've lost 8 in a row, 4 to go, and we've been asking people, do you even want them to be in the playoffs? Because there is a lot of resentment and frustration and anger, humiliation. Tiger fans, do you want this team in the playoffs or not?
Well, the easy answer is yes. I think the obvious answer is yes.
There's a lot of people that want to rub their nose in it and have them really deal with the consequences of their actions and miss the playoffs entirely.
And maybe I'm giving them too much credit. Maybe there's no credit should be giving. I don't want to use the word assume because it includes me.
You and me.
Yeah. But you got to believe that what they are witnessing, what they are seeing, what they are feeling, what they are living through as an organization, you got to imagine that it hurts more for them than it does for us.
I don't know that.
Well, again, that's why I say I don't want to make that assumption, but
because they didn't take this seriously enough. So I don't know. But I also don't want to tell people, well, if the Tigers miss the playoffs, you're going to get this reckoning that you think you're going to get. I think, cool, Scott Harris is going to have to face some nastier questions postseason, and I get to do a smarmy show on the radio. Like, that's going to pass. The offseason is going to start early for a team that we were celebrating all year, and we'll go another year without Tiger playoff baseball, which is the norm, by the way, John. I was looking it up. In your life, they've only made it 7 times. Yeah. You're going to turn 50 in January. I'm not going to look at my baseball team and say I don't want them to be in the playoffs.
I agree. I mean, it's a long season. Does it feel good right now? Absolutely not. But it's 162. If you get one more than Cleveland or one more than Houston, then you've done more in 162 than they did, and you deserve to be in the playoffs. It doesn't feel like it because they've lost 8 in a row. They've lost 9 out of 10. And you could even go further than that. You go all the way back to July when this all began. But I would much rather be in a world where our team makes the playoffs versus where they don't.
Agreed. And even if I don't have a great degree of confidence that they'll do anything when they get in the playoffs, I know for a fact if they miss it, they won't go on a run.
Right. There's no chance.
There's a 0% chance. I'll take, even if you told me, Jim, it's a 0.5%. Okay, cool. Yeah. I'd rather have that.
So we're going full Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance.
No, and I don't even mean it in this
it's 1 in a million.
Right, which is better than 0 in a million.
Yeah.
And,
I agree.
And if they get bounced in the first round, they didn't go as far as they did last year. There's still egg on the face of the front office, and there's still real changes that need to be made. But that's going to be the case regardless here.
Yeah.
So it's just, do you want him in or do you want him out? Knock out some phone calls. Dean in Milford, good morning.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, John, I heard you snicker right there. Last week, you guys made a comment when I got off, and I'll reiterate the comment with, I agree with accountability, and I think that honesty and truth is important, and your feelings don't matter. So with that being said, Scott Harris said, I just need to make the playoffs, right? Cool. Don't make the playoffs. I don't want you in the playoffs. I want you to come back out and tell everyone the next stupid thing that you have to say, because if it's just about making the playoffs, then what's the point? What's the point of playing if only making the playoffs is your goal? That's useless. No one plays for that. Who talks about, they made the reason the Red Wings were talked about for making the playoffs for 25 years straight is because during most of those 25 years, there was a chance of winning the Stanley Cup. So we got to be fans of the Red Wings that decided, the regular season doesn't matter anymore. The season starts in the playoffs. Yankees fans do the exact same things. So there's this trend of winning teams that don't want you in the playoffs unless you have a chance of winning the whole thing. And it's no longer, it's a sign of growth. No, it's not. You stumbled in last year because someone else epically failed. You had the opportunity to be successful and do a great thing this year, and you turned around and epically failed. You're garbage. I hope you don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, but if you're going to do the thing about I don't care about your feelings are I'm angry at this team that they shouldn't make the playoffs. And it cuts both ways. Let's go to Richard in Berkeley. Richard, good morning.
All right. Well, I guess I'm following up on that a little bit. I've been waiting, not for them to crater like this, but waiting for the wheels to come off for a while, because if you go position by position with them, they have 5 guys that would play or contribute on a real playoff team, and the rest of them, they're all role players or 4A players. And once the pitching staff got decimated a couple months ago, some form of crash was inevitable. And so if they don't make the playoffs, I'm not going to be sad about it at all, because if they make it, they're going to likely get wiped out, and it's going to be probably an embarrassment at a national level and a waste of viewership.
But hold on. I want to go back to something you just said. A national embarrassment, right?
Isn't the national embarrassment that they have this epic collapse and don't make the playoffs? That's more of a
that'll stay
an
forever.
Embarrassment than anything else.
I find them almost equal, because if they happen to make it in and then get knocked out in 3 games, it's just as bad as if they don't make it. There's not going to be any joy or fun in watching. There won't be the anticipation of they're going to get out of the first round. There's no reason.
I agree with that.
Have any hope? I
agree that you'll go in with little to no hope. You'll go in expecting to be bounced immediately. There won't be the same juice anticipation of playoff baseball. But if you want to talk about, I don't want my team to be humiliated. Like, the humiliation is missing entirely when you spent all year in first place.
But there's a road right now to, the Astros and A's play today at 3:30. The Tigers play at 6:40. The Tigers will know the result. If the Astros lose, the Tigers can knock the wild card number down to 1 and still have a chance at the division, although that's a little far-fetched. But that opens up the world of not having to pitch Schoolable Sunday, and you get to pitch them game 1 in a wild card series. And I think that's an equalizer there. No matter how bad this team is playing, if he can get 7 and you get your Finnegan and Vest pitches good, that's a big, you don't have to score much. And then all of a sudden you're looking at a completely different world.
And I mean, if they lose, all other collapses, and it doesn't matter the sport, they will all be compared to the 25 Tigers.
Danny McComb, you're on 97.1.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Good.
Good. Hey, quick point. I'm in full agreement with you guys that if they make the playoffs, even if they're not on their A game, it wasn't a waste of a season. It gives some validity to the season. But as a season ticket holder and the other 50,000 people, they got to pay a lot of money to go down there. I'm hoping they don't make the playoffs, because I don't want to pay for it. I'm not going to pay. I'm not going if they make the playoffs. I'm paying for that. With, like what the other caller before me said, there's no anticipation of even hope for me. It's like they've tuned out. So I've tuned out as a paying season ticket holder. Then I'm not going to pay for that.
Well, it doesn't sound like they're going to have any home playoff games anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if the season ended today,
right, they'd be on the road.
They'd be in the playoffs, but they'd be on the road.
Right, but if they win in a 5-game series, you're going to get
even if they win 1 game away, wouldn't that bring
the whole wild card series
will be 3 games will be
all
but
in one city,
right? Yeah, so if they win that series,
okay.
It's like Danny. It's like last year. The first round, the wild card round, was all in Houston,
right?
And Detroit won the games in Houston and advanced.
Yeah, so it'd likely be in New York or back in Cleveland.
Cleveland, could you imagine? Matthew in Rochester, good morning.
Morning, fellas. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Good. For me, longtime Tigers fan, obviously, like everyone else calling in too. Just for me, the thing is, a lot of people don't understand. Yes, they don't deserve it. They haven't been playing well, but I think that they should go to the playoffs. And I think that the experience that they'll gain in the playoffs for another year is very valuable. I understand that maybe is a loser mentality right now, but thinking about the experience that they can gain with this young core, going to the playoffs again, I think that's very invaluable, and a lot of people don't really see that. But playing in the playoffs is a whole other animal, right? So I think that, getting that experience with Riley and Torque and these younger guys is very, very valuable, and I don't know if a lot of people are seeing that point.
Well, Matt, I would disagree with your comment that it's a loser mentality. I think wanting them not to get to the playoffs, that's the loser mentality.
Right.
That is the mentality of, I don't care, just lose, I don't want to see them in the playoffs. That's total BS.
Yeah, the loser mentality is just keep losing.
Yeah.
What could be more loser mentality than lose? I mean, winning to get in the playoffs is preferable. There is also a world where they lose and get in the playoffs because they
still have a game and a half lead on Houston.
Yeah. Could you imagine if this team lost out? It would be 12 straight losses and made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Then you have the awkwardness of like, hey, the champagne's over here, but we really shouldn't be celebrating this. You can't celebrate if you lose 12 straight and make the playoffs, right?
Not. It would be a very muted celebration. It should be behind closed doors.
Tone deaf. Maybe don't. Yeah. Well, anyway. 248-539-9797. Tiger fans, you want to be in? Or you just want them to miss at this point? You can be honest if that's how you're feeling.